Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the top 2 main reasons why your Speed Queen washing machine is not draining. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Here is the washer in question. It's the legendary Speed Queen washing machine. Now, this video is going to be applicable to pretty much any sort of Speed Queen washer that's a top loader that's made since 1990. These are very robust machines and they haven't changed much of the internals for the past 25 to 30 years. Anyways, what's happening is that this machine is not draining, so obviously the tub is filled with water. The very first thing you need to do is get that water out. I've already done that, and the best way to do that is to just use a wet, dry shop vac and go ahead and suck all that water out. And after that, I'm going to show you the top 2 reasons why this thing is not draining. It's something that you could fix yourself and you don't need to call any fancy Speed Queen technician to come out here and do. And if you are curious, that is the model number to this particular one. But like I said, this is going to be applicable to a multitude of model numbers. So let's go ahead and get to it. The number 1 reason why your Speed Queen washer is not draining is that there's a clog somewhere in the system. Now, what can often happen is that little gap you see between this tub and that plastic piece, small pieces of clothing such as baby socks or something, or a nail or something, can get through and get clogged somewhere down here. And I'm going to show you the most common clog points on this machine. So the first thing we'll have to do is we're going to remove these 2 screws right here. There's one right there and there's another one right there. You can put a flat blade screwdriver on there, and I believe they're just also 5/8 inch hex screws or hex head screws as well. With those 2 screws removed, we can kind of just grab the panel from the bottom and pull up. It should just undo the clips. There's these little 2 clips on each side of the panel on the top, and if you can't get it, you can also use like a putty knife and push those clips and pull out that panel after you remove those 2 screws. But I found that if you lift it up from the bottom of it, you don't even have to push those clips in. Alright, so with the panel removed, we can come down here and come to the area that there's most likely a clog in. So there is the inlet hose, which goes to the pump, and there's an outlet hose right there. And so these 2 hoses and the pump are pretty much the main areas where a clog could occur and prevent your washing machine from actually draining out the water. Now, lucky for us, all these 3 points of contention are all related to each other, so we can just inspect all 3 at the same time. So the first thing we're going to be doing is actually undoing the pump. Now the pump is held on by these 3 funny little clips. So there's one right there, and there's another one back here, right there. You can kind of see it. It's in between the belt and it's clipped onto the bottom of the pump. And there's another one in between those 2 hoses. And I'm going to show you how to remove those fairly easily, and then that way that pump should just drop right down. So the best way I found to remove these pumps is to get a plier. It could be a needle nose, could be just this lineman pliers. But you just grab this bottom tab right here, and then you just roll it up, and that's how you remove it. So you'd have to do that for all 3 of those clips. Alright, so with all 3 of those clips removed, right here, we can kind of pull down on the pump and pop it down. Alright, so once we got the pumps dislodged from the shaft of the motor, we can undo these two hoses. They're also just held in by 5/16 inch hex head screws, I should say. Alright, so you can just look at the pump and you can inspect it to see if it's clear. Sometimes you'll have to stick like a flashlight down there or something. This one looks good, but what can happen is sometimes baby soxes will be just crammed in there and you'll have to use like a really long needle nose pliers to stick it in there and just pull it out like so. But you would definitely want to look at the pump for any sort of clogs. And then as far as these hoses are concerned, they're also held in by clamps up here. You could undo the clamp up there and just look at the hose, but I'm kind of lazy, so one thing I like to do just to kind of speed up the process is get like a zip tie or something firm but also going to be flexible enough to follow the contour, and just stick it in there and see if it'll go all the way through. If you have larger the zip tie, the better, but if it gets bent or meets resistance, you got a clog, then go ahead and just pull off this hose. And then you can do that for the other hose as well and just see if the zip tie will go through. It went through pretty well. For this hose to be clogged would be pretty rare, I should say. It's most likely going to be either this hose or the drain pump itself. So that would be the main reason why your Speed Queen top load washing machine is not draining, is because there's a clog in the system, and most likely it's in one of these three contention points. So the pump itself, the inlet hose, or more rarely the outlet hose. But yeah, I would inspect all three of those before doing anything else. Alright, so the number 2 reason is that the drain pump itself has gone bad. Now, how did this plastic piece go bad? Basically, what can happen is that this is a plastic piece that attaches to the hardened shaft of the motor. So it just fits into here. As you can see, it's like it's got flat edges on two sides and kind of rounded edges on the other side, and that's what helps it get mated with the shaft of the motor. Well, basically what happens is that this plastic can wear out over time, and since these machines are so reliable, after 10-15 years this can really wear out, and what happens is that it'll just stop spinning because it's no longer making contact with this, and therefore the propellers or the impellers in here aren't spinning and it's not pushing the water out. So if you come here and it's just kind of black all over and the plastic's eaten through around this area, that is the culprit, and go ahead and just replace the pump. I will go ahead and link the replacement part around now in the video. These pumps are pretty much the same pump used in all the models, so you don't have to go around searching for anything. You can just click on that pop-up link and order your part. Alright, so now it's time to install the replacement pump. So basically we want to make sure that the shaft of the motor goes into the grooves of the pump. And so we may have to take the belt right here and just give it a turn, maybe a half turn or a quarter turn, until the shaft lines up with the pump. But anyways, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the pump onto the shaft and wiggle around that belt if need be, and then put the clips on. Right there, we heard that distinct popping noise. That means our pump is thoroughly onto the shaft and positioned as it should be. I'm going to go around to show you what that looks like real quick. Properly positioned, these pegs right here go into the little holes in the motor. As you can see, that second peg is actually after the belt, so you gotta squeeze it. You gotta drop the pump, the new pump, in between the belt right there, and the third peg is right there. Once those are on, we can secure the pump by using these clips. And to put those on, first you clip on the top like so, and then you can grab a pliers and just kind of bend the clip, kind of roll it toward yourself and onto there, and it should just click in like that. And you want to do that for this one and the one in the back. After you've kind of done the front one, you can practice it by taking it off and putting it back on. Then the next two are a lot easier. Alright, so that's how it should look like when all the clips are all properly on there. You see that one right there is probably the most difficult one, but it's on there. And we got the front one, which is the easiest one, and then the side one right here next to the pump. After that, all we gotta do is attach the hoses using the clamps that they came with. The only thing left to do is go ahead and put the panel on. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hook these clips to the bottom portion of the top right here, and then that will also line up these pegs with this hole right here. That is the top two most common ways to fix a Speed Queen washing machine that's not draining. So if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.